Hello, welcome to Coull Discussions. It's Wednesday, Entertainment Day. Today we're doing a couple more movies. One, we're throwing it back.
Yes, we are.
Way back to the future. And another one is a Netflix original, right?
It is a Netflix original.
It's called XOXO.
Yes.
XOXOXOXOXO. Bunch of those. Which one do you want to start with?
Back to the Future.
All right. Man, love that show.
It's good. You know, it is, 20-some years old now?
1985, I believe. Well, I don't know when it came out. I can't remember the exact time, but that's the time period. It said 1985.
It's an old movie.
And it still holds up, man.
It holds up. And if you guys remember, we talked about a movie called Maximum Ride last week, which was a Netflix original. The graphics were better in Back to the Future than a movie that was made in 2016. Like, insane.
They just recently put out the Back to the Future trilogy on Netflix, and that's why.
Why
I've watched all three last weekend.
Oh, did you? Okay. See, I so enjoyed watching it. Like, it's been a long time since I watched it, and just watching it was like, this is a good.
It holds up. Like, even today, definitely. Even in today's world, you're like, it's just weird because you think about they traveled ahead to 2015. And it's just totally weird how they viewed 2015 and how it actually is. Like, the only thing we really have from that movie is the zip-up shoes, the self-zipping shoes.
That's only simply because of the movie, because they were talking about, how many things are coming. And all of a sudden somebody went, we have the zip-up shoes now. And it's like, well, thanks.
We have something that tries to pass as a hoverboard that has wheels. So it's not really a hoverboard, but,
They did get Star Wars Episode 7 right, though.
Did they?
Yeah, because...
Jaws, was Jaws 19 or something?
Yeah.
That's awesome. They missed the Cubs winning the World Series by a year.
That's... okay, well, close enough.
Kind of close. They knew it was going to happen, but I think that trilogy holds up like Indiana Jones. That still old. I still watch those ones when they come on TV. I'll throw it on the television. But it's like nostalgia. It's like
But okay, nostalgia has a point. But this is, after watching this movie, I was like, you know what? I got to show my kids this. I got to show them. This is a movie I watched while growing up, and then sit them down and watch the Back to the Future trilogy, because it was really good. Like, just watching it and going, wow, the practical effects are. I miss practical effects in movies. Everything's becoming so digitized that, you're being removed from the movie because of it.
Everything is in front of a green screen now.
Yeah, it's so nice that Star Wars, the two new ones, did a lot of practical effects, because it gives you a better sense of what the movie was. Having, there's a couple cheesy parts, like, when the DeLorean goes through and disappears and the fire goes between their legs, and it's just
but
like,
you watch it now and go,
whatever.
Go, that's funny, because you look at it and go, that's funny. How bad it is, you laugh, because it's just so bad, you're like, oh my god. I can't believe that looked good when this came out.
Oh, it looked amazing when it came out. And then, but even, the driving around, they would have used a stunt car, but, they just used a real car and a real driver, and it was so nice. It's like, me and the missus, we sat down on the couch and we actually cuddled and watched the movie, and it was kind of nice, just watching a movie and just getting lost in it. It has that sense of nostalgia.
And their use of time travel was very relevant for the movie.
Oh, yes.
Like, nowadays you watch a movie and you're like, with time travel in it, you're like, oh my god. It has so much potential. Like the TV series Timeless. Mm-hmm. It had so much potential. So much.
Did it go off the rails?
I was so excited. I haven't even finished watching the whole season.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, oh, come on, really? You had so much potential, and you just... Like, time travel to me is so... Go check out our video on time travel. We have where we talked about time travel, because I love time travel. The idea of time travel to me is fascinating as hell.
And time travel is handled I remember watching it as a young person and watching this and going, "Oh, this is so cool!" And then time travel. It was a mechanic, but it wasn't like, oh, you didn't think about it too much. But people analyze this one to the extreme nowadays, and they got time travel so right in it that you can't. It holds up like to scrutiny. You know, you sit there and go, you know what, this holds up to scrutiny. You can scrutinize it all you want. I don't know so much about number 3.
Number 3 was the worst one of them all, obviously.
But number two holds still decently well.
The way that they integrated number 1 and number 2 together was fascinating. It was absolutely just fascinating. It was like, holy crap. Because it was like, oh, here's part of number 1, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And then number 3 just kind of went, huh? All right. You just used Back to the Future name to...
And the actors.
It's good that they had the same actors throughout all 3, which is good.
Oh, definitely.
Because sometimes you'll see like 1, 2, and then like 3 is completely way out, and you're like, whoa.
Like we've seen a lot of movies do that.
Home Alone was the biggest one.
Home Alone, the Underworld series really went off on a tangent with number 3. Triple X? No, not Triple X.
Fast and the Furious?
Fast and the Furious.
Oh my goodness, that one.
Yeah, because the third one's like Tokyo.
Yeah, like not even. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
And then there was like reboots, and then you're like,
yeah.
I hope they don't touch like this in Indiana Jones. I hope they just leave them alone. Just leave them alone, please. Do not touch them. And maybe Jaws. Jaws was a good one that they should just leave alone too.
Yeah, I think so.
The next one,
XOXO.
I saw it come out on Netflix, and I saw it like recently added. I was like, okay. And I clicked into it, and I read the description, and I went, you know what I thought it was? I thought it was like a documentary about EDM, about music festivals. So I was like, I am not watching this. I'm like, pass. And then he throws it at me. I'm like, okay, I gotta watch it now. Watch it, and I'm like...
It's a story.
It's an actual movie.
It's a story of a kid who got his break trying to get to the festival. Once he's there, trying to get to where he needs to go, and then trying to succeed. By the way, he fails. It was... Okay.
But he got the girl in the end, didn't he?
Okay.
That's the win.
Okay. Right up until his manager gets him to jump the stage, it was an incredibly great movie. When he jumped the stage and, he got his 30 hour of fame, okay, that was the surreal part to me.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, okay, this is the happy ending movie, which is fine. I don't mind happy ending movies. But that whole part was the part that took me out of the movie the most. But other than that, the whole movie I thoroughly enjoyed. It's funny because the missus, she had no interest in the movie. And she says, okay, go ahead, start watching your movie while we eat. So we started watching. And she just stayed through the whole thing. And
it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't something that was... But I just kind of took it as... to me, it came across as a teeny bopper type movie, and I was like, oh, okay, not what I expected. It was completely, like, opposite of what I thought it was going to be. I was, like, totally taken aback by it. I thought it was going to be like, oh, here's what happens at EDM festivals, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So that's why I passed it over, because I'm not big into that kind of music.
Oh, no, I get it.
I was like...
I figured this one would be more of a stretch for you.
I had no idea what's his name? Chris D'Elia wasn't it a comedian guy, the stand-up comedian? Like, I know who he is. I had no idea who
I don't know who.
Oh, yeah. He was the bearded guy. Like the
really?
long hair. Yeah, he's a comedian.
He's a hippie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He's a well-known comedian.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he has he had a show. I don't know if it's still on, a sitcom.
Oh, the director. Christopher...
No, I don't think he's a director. He was actually a star in a sitcom on television. I can't remember what it was called.
Okay, but, like, when I was watching the movie, I turned it up. I turned it up way louder than I needed it to be because...
And he danced.
The music... I'm a big EDM fan. You've heard my rants before about
We did an EDM episode way back.
And a couple of rants.
About the festival that's here. The Chasing Summer Festival that's here. Yeah, go check it out on our page.
Yeah. But, no, the movie was good. The whole thing...
I would check it out. I would check it out because of like because it's completely different than what I thought it was.
Honestly, even if the story was not set in an EDM setting, if it was a rock star a guy in a band trying to get to a set, it still would have had a similar appeal to it, because all these people still would have done similar things in the situation to get to where they are.
Sometimes I get sick of the old, the girl and the guy, and I go, God, why do you got to put that? Can't you just have a story about this dude trying to get his, gets his break, tries to succeed, ends up kind of not going his way, and then he just kind of goes home.
Listen, well, as I said,
goes about his life.
No, you're right. Up until he got booked last minute. He had 8 hours to get to the event. On the way to the event, the bus broke down. He had to hitch a ride with some hippies to get to the event. He didn't have a ticket. He had to bribe his way in, basically. He couldn't get backstage to get set up.
And his manager was off getting high by accident.
Yeah. And so when he finally got to his set, he bombed. I mean, like, hardcore bomb. People left the area.
He got booked because he put some music on YouTube and they got 1 million views or million hits and stuff like that. And then, so it's like the going viral, getting a chance, flubbing it, and then turning in. Then that's where that's where most stories end. And then it went into here's a movie script.
Yeah, and that's the part where a whole bunch of things happen afterwards, and it was not a big deal right up until the manager said, hop the stage.
Yeah.
That part was like, okay, this is the happy ending. This is the feel-good vibe of the whole thing. I get it. This is what they have to do. Up until that point, the movie was a great movie. It's fine. I'm happy with the happy ending.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Put it on your list if you have Netflix.
Both out. If you have Netflix,
if you haven't seen Back to the Future, wow, you're missing out. If you're young and you're like in your teen, go watch Back to the Future. Go check it out.
Yeah,
and just watch it. Just get immersed in it. Don't be overcritical about it. Don't be. Just
watch it for what it is. Just a nice feel good movie.
When I watch movies, that's what I try to do, regardless of what it is. There's been a couple times, and you've seen on the show that I've been like, oh, this is horrible. But I try to just lose my mind, just enjoy the story. I try to just get lost in it, no matter what it is, no matter what movie it is. I go, okay, this looks boom, start watch to the end, and I just try to. When I review a movie, I look at it and how it made me feel.
Yep.
You know what I mean? How did that movie make me feel? I don't look at the story was this, the story was that, the effects were this. Those are just kind of part of the feel.
Yeah, part of the feel. Like, sometimes the effects take you out of the movie and it makes you feel a disconnect. And that's what I look for. It's like, as I said,
it's like an experience.
Yeah, it's...
And when this movie, EXO went to the typical movie, I kind of went, yeah, okay.
But by then, the movie was more than 80% done.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a big deal at that point in time. The Hollywood happy ending. But unfortunately, a lot of movies follow that sense of...
Oh, man, they all do.
Here's a script, bang, 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 A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it's kind of like, oh, really?
Here's an action movie. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Great. The same thing happened in this movie that was the same as every other action movie. Lovely.
Fabulous. And in some cases, it's not that bad. Like, for example, The Force Awakens was almost a clone of A New Hope, but it was done incredibly well, in my opinion. So it was a good movie. So
I would definitely check out both of these movies.
I am actually going to make both my kids watch both these movies, because I think showing your kids what you used to watch as a child that made you...
But don't you remember excited? That as a kid when your parents tried to get you to watch one of their movies, you were like, come on, really? This is horrible. They're probably the same way. Like, hey, here, watch Back to the Future. They're probably like, but Dad, I don't want to watch this. My kid, when it was on, though, was kind of engrossed in the television, so it was kind of cool. But yeah, I had a little mini marathon. It was cool.
Yeah, good.
I watched all 3. I'm waiting for Indiana Jones to come. They're always on television. But I don't like watching with commercials, so I want them on Netflix.
Yeah, because the commercial takes you out of the experience, So.
But yeah, anyways,
yeah, there we go. A couple of movies for you to watch. Yeah,
go check them out, both of them.
Yeah, please do.
Wow, that's weird. Both movies.
I know.
Let's not do that again.
Okay, God, I'll pick a movie.
I'm gonna have to pick a shitty movie next week.
No, please don't.
I'll pick a bad documentary about something or some silly shit. All right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, check out the movies. Let us know what you think about it in the comments below, or on our Facebook page, or on our Twitter, whatever you want to let us know. Just check them out. All right, guys, later.
See ya.